I'm quitting TikTok, but I'm not quitting content creation. I feel like a lot of us are in the same boat of not knowing what to do with TikTok now that it's probably going to get banned here in just a couple of weeks. And with this impending ban, it really gave me a lot of time to think about my content creation. Where do I want to go and where do I see myself in the future? I am an older Gen Z, and so I grew up in the era of YouTube's rise to popularity. I watched all of these super famous content creators in the early and mid 2010s, and watching that content really started to plant seeds of passion inside of me. I really felt like I wanted to make content, and it even got to the point where I was always pretending I was on a YouTube video, whether I was doing my makeup before school or cooking myself a snack or a meal. And even though I had that dream, I was so afraid of actually posting any content online. The fear of judgment and the fear of looking stupid was something that really weighed heavy on me. What if I posted something online and somebody from school saw it and then they started making fun of me, or people would say nasty things behind my back? Those fears felt so crippling to me, and I know that so many of you struggle with those same fears when it comes to content creation. And it can be really hard to deal with, especially when you do have that dream inside of you to make content online. And ultimately, I had to kind of wrestle with myself and determine were the fears or was the passion bigger inside of me. And with that thought, in 2023, I decided to start posting on TikTok after years of being a passive user who only posted maybe a handful of videos. At this point, I only had about 100 followers, and when I began posting my content, I was still on maternity leave with my son, so I definitely had the free time to spare. I'm not gonna lie, some of the motivation for me to start posting on TikTok was in hopes that I would blow up, become like an overnight success, and then make enough money online for me to be a stay-at-home mom. That's not necessarily what happened, but I am thankful to now be a stay-at-home mom. When I began posting, I also decided that I was not gonna be advertising this account anywhere on Facebook or Instagram. I really wanted to avoid people from my personal life knowing that I was pursuing content creation, because making those videos felt so awkward and embarrassing for me, and I dreaded the thought of people finding my content. And a lot of that fears made me not be very consistent with my content, and I really struggled with knowing what to post. Because I was early on in my season of being a first-time mom, a lot of my content centered around motherhood, and so I guess I would say that that was my niche. In December of 2023, I decided I really wanted to try to be more consistent with posting and grow my account, and I saw a lot of people doing like the teamwork trend or follow parties, so I began participating in those and also posting my own videos. And this did really help my account to grow, but I also faced some negative consequences. At the beginning of 2024, I started the year with only 400 followers, and I quickly grew to 1,000 in probably about a week or so. Then once I hit 1,000 followers, I decided that it was probably time to stop doing these teamworks and follow party trends, because even though I was getting a lot of followers, I really wasn't having a very engaged audience. This meant that I had a lot of ghost followers. My videos would still get stuck at 200 views, or I was in TikTok jail, and I wasn't getting the likes and comments that I really needed on my video to continue pushing my content out. So I shifted gears and started planning out my content better. Over the course of 2024, I allowed my TikTok page to kind of ebb and flow. There were seasons where I was super passionate about the content that I was posting. I was making content calendars and actually sticking to them. I would edit videos days in advance, and I was watching a lot of content creators who inspired me. And most days I was posting 1 to 3 times a day. Then of course there were times where I felt like those flames were completely starting to die out. I would have no motivation to post, and even though I had this massive ideas list of posts, I did not have the motivation to film a video, edit it, or do all the things I needed to do in order to post it. Sometimes TikTok started to feel like a burden to me, and I was definitely getting to the point of burnout on many occasions. Then everything changed for me in October of 2024. My husband and I needed to get our roof replaced after it was damaged in a storm, and after going back and forth with our insurance company, they weren't willing to cover it, and we were quoted $17,000 to pay for it out of pocket, which was absolutely shocking. We didn't have the money to be able to pay for the roof immediately, so I decided I was going to start posting on TikTok more consistently. One of my friends on TikTok, Megan, started posting consistently 3 times a day in order to pay off her family's debt, and I really admired her determination and consistency, so I decided to follow in her footsteps, and I began posting 3 times a day, and I kind of made it like my series on TikTok, explaining about our situation with the roof and that I was trying to post in order to hit 10,000 followers, get into the creator rewards program, and then have TikTok help me pay for my roof. But unfortunately, the burnout started setting in again, and I wasn't very consistent with that series. But finally, in mid-November, I had a video absolutely blow up. Well, it wasn't like super viral, but it was over 500,000 views, which is amazing to me. I went from about 3,500 followers to 10,000 followers in 24 hours. And I got so much support from that video and a lot of hate and incredibly rude comments. But it did help me get into the creator rewards program, and I was able to start monetizing my videos. Thankfully, I did start making some money on my TikTok videos, but very similar to that teamwork trend that I was doing at the beginning of the year, I now had gained so many followers overnight, but none of them were really engaging with my content. And it was kind of discouraging. At the time of recording this video, I've now been in the creator rewards program for about 6 weeks. weeks. And I'm not able to share the exact amount of money that I've made because it's against the terms of use for the program, but I can tell you that I've only made about $70. Yep. It's a very huge help to our bills. And while I am very thankful to be making any money off of my videos, I definitely thought that I was going to be making hundreds, if not thousands of dollars and be absolutely changing my family's life from my content. Then only a couple weeks after getting monetized, the news of the TikTok ban was everywhere on the internet, which meant that in a little over a month, I would no longer have any way to make income on social media. And that was disheartening, and I felt very anxious about it. And my first immediate thought is that there is no way in heck I'm going to start posting on Instagram and have people from high school and college know what the heck I'm up to. And when the news started to settle, that's when I really started to think. I started thinking forward about where my content was going to go and what I was going to do if TikTok went away. Then I started thinking back. I thought about the middle school and high school Isabella who loved making YouTube videos while she did random things throughout the day. And I started to listen to her. And I felt like the voice inside me was screaming, you want to make YouTube videos. Not only is that something I've loved pretending to do for years, but YouTube is the type of content I love to consume. If I'm eating, I'm watching YouTube. Chilling on the couch, watching YouTube. Taking a bath, watching YouTube. Laying in bed, watching YouTube. I absolutely love YouTube, and watching content on here inspires me and has truly changed my life in so many different ways. So with that revelation and the reminder of what I used to dream about, I realized that TikTok isn't the platform for me, whether or not it actually gets banned. YouTube is where I want to exist. It's the place where I want to build community, share stories, and connect with other people who can relate to my experiences. And I really think I always knew that deep down. So I guess that's the announcement. I'm going all in with this YouTube channel. Now, I'm not going to completely give up on TikTok or go ghost. I will still probably post some short form content on TikTok, but it's probably going to line up with a lot of the long form videos that I post here on YouTube. And then every once in a while, I'll still probably post random videos just for the fun of it, because I truly am so thankful for the TikTok community and all of the moms that I've met on there. And without TikTok, I definitely wouldn't be taking the step that I am today. So now I do have to admit to y'all that I still am very scared to start this YouTube channel. I still am scared about the criticism. I still have the fears of judgment and looking stupid. And what if people that I know from my personal life somehow find these videos? But I've decided to keep moving ahead because all that matters is that I'm making myself proud and I'm pursuing what I'm actually passionate about. And I'm so excited to get to share all of these videos with you. I have a lot of ideas and I really hope that you're going to enjoy them. My content is going to share a lot about motherhood, but I don't really want that to be my niche. I want my content to be about life and growth and creating balance in the chaos and sharing funny stories or difficult experiences and talking about my faith. And I'm definitely going to share about my journey with weight loss and my physical health. There's just a lot that I want to talk about, so I hope you're ready for it. My little slogan or catchphrase when I used to do a podcast was helping you show up as your most authentic best self. And I still feel like that's the vision behind my content creation. My hope is that you can relate to something that I share and that you come away from the video feeling connected, encouraged, or maybe informed about the topic that I spoke about. If I can help you in any way by sharing my life and reality and experiences, that's the win. That's when I know that I'll have succeeded in content creation. So if you're here from my TikTok page, hey, I hope that you'll join me on this new journey. And if you're new here, also hey, and I hope that you will join me on this journey of starting a YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.